dad. My older sister didn't want shit to do with me, right? My mother was gone. The only person I could really rely on to be there was my grandmother because she was home all the fucking time. My tia didn't want, nobody really fucked with me, right? So I was always that kid that just sits around and just hangs out with himself. So I hung out with my grandma. That's where the cleaning comes from. I cooked. When we had food, I cooked it. I don't know how many freaking weenies I've cooked on a fire with a fork. You know what I'm saying? But she showed me how to cook. She showed me how to make the rice. And that's why I am the person I am now. Yeah, can I be a fucking, a hard motherfucker? Sure. I can flip that switch and I'll wreck this whole motherfucking place, but why? You know what I'm saying? I've done that. I've been there, man. So going through high school, I never fit. I had one best friend. Hola, mi amor. I appreciate you. How you doing, love? I had one best friend, and that was my best friend through my school years. And the person, thank you, love. I appreciate it. The person that I relied on, man, that dude lost his virginity. His name was Vincent Hernandez, right? That dude lost his virginity, and the first thing he did, he didn't even pull off the rubber. He put that shit away. Alexis, thank you, my love. I appreciate you. Because she had to run inside. The first thing he did was drive to my house and share that, yo, bro, I did it, And that's the kind of friend. We were brothers. He was always proud of me. If you went on his Facebook, you would see posts of me all the time about how proud he is of me and to be my friend. You know how good that feels to be wanted, to feel appreciated, to have somebody that and that was the first time I really felt like, man, this person cares about me. I have to keep pushing for this person. Because of growing up through all the poverty that I grew up with, and because of growing up seeing the shit I grew up to, hungry and this and that, right? You know what's funny is Rhonda asked me, I was over there, right? Hanging out with Rhonda and the kids the other day. And she was like, they had these 50, was it the, no. We were at Easter's at her dad's house, right? And her dad had these 50-gallon jugs, right? I think it's like 500-gallon or 50-gallon. You know those big old gallon jugs? They're about this tall, and they're like oil jugs, right? Where is he now? Your best friend. We're getting there. So that's what we used to take baths in. And the crazy thing is that the kids always went last. But I was always wanting the women to go first. But by the time I got in the bathwater, it was disgusting. It was filthy. But that's still why. So we would get in there. We would dip down. My grandmother would wash her hair, dip down again, and get the fuck out. But it was in a big old jug, and she would have to fill it up with the neighbor's water hose, right? Anytime we need water. But that was our lifestyle growing up. So the other day on Easter, I was over there. I was like, hey, we used to take showers in those. And Rhonda said, shut the fuck up. I'm like, no, we really used to take showers in those things. The whole family, not showers, but the whole family would bathe in 1 gallon, like 150-gallon jug, And she's like, really? I was like, yeah. And she told my kids, she called them over there and she's like, your dad used to take baths in these things and you guys complain about not being able to take a bath? Or that you don't want to take a bath, but your dad, he said. So it's really funny. It's really crazy how opposite my kids' lives are. But it has to be that way. Giant roaches, yeah. So because of the poverty that I went through, at the time, joining the military just sounded like the best thing for me because you go to war. I didn't join the military to serve my country. I didn't join the military to go to war. I joined the military to go to war. I picked the craziest job. And people think that being an infantryman is a crazy job. No, there's jobs out there that's a lot crazier. But by the age of 18, I joined the military. And at the time, the only reason why I joined the military is because they were offering $400,000 if you go to war and you die. If you don't make it back from deployment, your family will get $400 of gratuity, right? Or death gratuity. That was my vision. That's why I joined. 100%. Learning too much. Yes, you could. But you show them what right looks like. How old are you? I'm 36. So that was my vision. That's why I joined the military. I was like, hey, I'm going to go straight to war and my family's going to get paid. The first duty station they sent me to was fucking Korea. And they sent me to Korea for a fucking year. After that year, 2 weeks later, or 3 weeks later, I was in Iraq for 14 months. I swear I wasn't going to make it back. I was like, this is my time. This is my time to be the hero for my family because they're going to be okay after I'm not here anymore. Nobody cared about me. Nobody really paid attention to me. I was molested. Nobody really gave a fuck about me. So why not just do what I knew, right? Is just be alone, but not be here anymore. I went through shit. I've deployed 7 times. Hummingbird, I appreciate your love. I have 4 combat tours, but I've deployed 7 times total. I had kids because I thought I almost died my first deployment a couple of times, and I thought I wasn't gonna make it to the next one because I had deployed. After I came back after 14 months, I had another deployment coming up in 10 months, and that's why I wanted a kid so bad, Irish, because I knew that I could. I wanted to prove to my family that I could be I can be different. This is how you raise your fucking kids. That's what I wanted to show them. This is how you raise your fucking kids. That bullshit that y'all did for me isn't how you raise your fucking kids. I'm gonna show you how to raise your fucking kids. And you know what sucks? The irony of it is that none of them have any right to be a part of my kids' lives. They're not even there to see it, but at this point, I don't give a fuck that they're not there to see it, because if they wanted to, they would. You see, we always forget, man, it's not up for us to make sure that people have a relationship with our child. It's up for them to make sure they have a relationship with their... If they fucking cared enough, they would get their shit together and have a relationship with my kids. It's not up to me to take me... If grandma gave a fuck, grandma would show up. But no, grandma's a homeless person. Grandma's a drug addict. Grandma's in and out of prison. Grandma does not care about her fucking life anymore. And that I can't tell that to my kids. I can't show my kids what my mother looks like anymore, because my mother doesn't look like my mother. You understand? I can't take my kids to around my family because those motherfuckers didn't care about me growing up. I can't, my grandfather, their grandfather, my father, as much as he says he loves those kids, he doesn't. Because he doesn't make the effort to come see them. Yeah, he likes their photos and he texts them, oh baby. No, but you're doing exactly to them what you fucking did to me, and you're excluding yourself from their life until they get older, and then you want to try to build a relationship. Fuck that, dude. You're not gonna play my kids like you played me, right? That's why I'm really protective over my children, because you're not gonna do. The only person, honestly, that really gives a fuck about in my family about being around my kids is my sister. My sister will drive right now to go pick up my kids and bring them here. 100%. I could call my chat. I promise you, I can call my little sister right now and say, hey, look, watch this. I guarantee you, watch this. All right.
Lose